You are listening to your new Puppies podcast, starting you and your dog off on the right paw. Here's your host, Debbie Salento.
Hello and welcome to episode 23 of Your New Puppies podcast. I'm Debbie, and today I want to ask you a question. Did you remember to praise your puppy? Now, of course, this is rhetorical. You can't exactly answer me, but this is something that I have talked about in prior episodes, usually pertaining to a specific behavior. But I wanted to dedicate a whole episode to all the times that we forget to praise our puppy, because if we can start to recognize these moments and these situations, we could have a huge impact on our puppy's behavior, just general behavior, in a good way. So it's really easy for us to remember to praise our puppy when they do something we ask them to, right? We ask them to sit, their butt goes down on the ground, they get a reward. We ask them to come to us, they do, they get a reward. But there's two times that I want to talk about that we forget to praise our puppies. We don't even recognize that it's a moment to praise our dogs. So the first time is when our puppy is behaving or doing something we want them to do and we didn't even ask. It is super easy to miss when our puppy's acting calmly or is just sitting at our feet or walked by our slipper and didn't even pick it up. We live in such a distracted environment that if our puppy's good and quiet, that's when we stop recognizing them. When they're jumping up on us, when they're barking, when they run out of the room with our slipper, all of a sudden, we remember our puppy's there. We remember and we're giving our puppy attention. So no wonder why they will do that behavior again. So even if we notice, our puppy's being so quiet, so good, chewing on their toy on the bed, we don't even think of praising them for that. But positive reinforcement, which is the main way we train our dogs, is rewarding a behavior we want repeated. Nowhere in there does it say that we have to ask for it. In fact, it's more powerful if we hadn't asked for it and they decided to do it themselves. And this could be something as simple as a good boy, good girl from across the room, or reach down and a scratch behind the ears, or better yet, pick up their leash and bring them outside for a game of fetch. And if we do this all the time, if we are aware of this every day and make sure that we're rewarding them when they choose to behave correctly, they're going to behave well all the time. And this is something we want to be aware of and do for the rest of their lives, not just when they're puppies. If they're doing something they're supposed to, they should get acknowledgement for that. They should get a reward because that's just going to encourage them to do it again. But the hardest part of this is being aware of it. And that's going to take practice. It's building a new habit, a new skill for us. The second situation I want to talk about is when your puppy does something wrong and you need to correct them. You need to stop them. So let's take this scenario where your puppy steals your shoe and you find them with your shoe on your bed or their bed. Usually what happens is we go running over, no, stop, gimme, drop. Whatever it is. Sometimes we just yell whatever we can think of depending on which shoe it is. And then we take the shoe from them and we walk out of the room, we put the shoe away. And that might be the end of it. But in your puppy's head, you have given them absolutely no reason to give you the shoe next time they get a hold of it. In a perfect world, right? We don't even want that behavior to happen. We don't even want them to pick up that shoe. But if they already have the shoe and they're already chewing on it, we lost that lesson. That lesson's long gone. Now the lesson we need to teach them is give me that shoe when I ask for it. So what we missed was when our puppy gave us the shoe, when we took it from them. Understandable, he was doing something wrong, so praising him probably wasn't even on our radar. But in that moment, he did do what we wanted him to do, which was give us the shoe. Now, next time, if we don't praise him, if we don't acknowledge the fact that he did that, next time he has no incentive to give us the shoe. That's when he's going to start to play the keep away game, because that's fun. That's rewarding. But if he gives us the shoe and we say, good boy, good girl, and then recognize the fact that it was our fault that we weren't watching him, he was able to pick up the shoe and we didn't put the shoe away. Or how about when he's chewing on a piece of furniture? You tell him no, or whatever your, stop it command is. I like, because it's a noise that they don't hear often. So they kind of always look up and is like, what is that? And in that moment, they've stopped chewing. And good boy, good girl. Even if they go back to it, then you give them another And if they stop chewing, good boy, good girl. And then you get them away from whatever they're chewing and you give them something else, a toy or something to chew on. If they get up on the couch and they're not supposed to, if you have to shoo them down, if they do get down when you ask them to, praise them for getting down. Teaching them not to get up on the couch, we need to do that before they actually jump up. But once they're there, we have to teach them, listen to me when I tell you to get down. So this can be a change in our perception, a change in seeing the situation a little differently, which can be hard, which takes practice, which takes building a new habit for us as well as our dog. So I have homework for you. This next week, if you already have your puppy in the house or if you have a dog in your house, this can work for adult dogs as well as puppies. Then for the next week, I want you to recognize at least 3 times during the day, this is only the start, 3 times during the day where your puppy or dog are behaving without being asked, and praise them, reward them in some way for that. And I also want you to aim for at least 50% of the time, especially if this is a new habit for you, of praising your dog for stopping a bad behavior when you've asked. Okay, and those are just the starts. I want you to build on that, but that is a start. And what's going to happen is you're going to start seeing your dog's behavior maybe a little differently. And that is all I have for you today. I will be talking to you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to your New Puppies podcast. Learn more about us at playtimepaws.com.
Hello, Debbie here. I just wanted to pop back in to let you know about my brand new 4-week puppy course. So if you're thinking about getting a puppy, or maybe you already have one, this is my new 4-week course where I go over all the stuff that you need to get through puppyhood. So it's a lot of stuff that I talk about on the podcast, but I go into greater detail. And throughout the course, you have direct access to me to answer all of your questions. And there's even an option for a one-on-one training video session with me throughout the course. So if you're interested, you can head over to playtimepaws.com/puppy, and I hope to see you over there. Bye for now.